Greetings, my dear friends. Today I want to talk about something that exists in every one of us, but that almost no one uses to its full potential. About intuition. This is Dreamweaver Mystics, as always. What is intuition? Scientists call it unconscious inference. The brain processes information you are not aware of and delivers the result as a feeling, a premonition, a sudden certainty. You do not know where it came from. You just know. Have you ever felt that you should not get on a certain train and later you learned it was in an accident? Have you ever thought about someone you had not seen in years and they suddenly called you at that very moment? Have you ever made a decision that went against all logic, yet it turned out to be the only right one? That is intuition. Many people treat it as something unreliable. Women's intuition, gut feeling, sixth sense. All of this sounds somewhat frivolous. Science tells us, trust data, facts, statistics. Intuition belongs to the realm of magic. But I think otherwise. I think intuition is the oldest and most accurate tool of knowledge we possess, and I'm not afraid to say it, a survival tool. Let us understand how it works. Our brain is a supercomputer. It processes billions of bits of information every second, but only a tiny fraction reaches our conscious mind, what we call thoughts. The rest remains behind the curtain. Smells we didn't notice, but the brain registered. Micro-expressions on people's faces that we did not have time to process. Changes in the environment, temperature, humidity, air pressure. Memories, millions of events we have forgotten, but the brain has stored. And all of it continues to be processed, compared, analyzed, and sometimes this process produces a result, not as a logical conclusion, but as a feeling. Something feels wrong here. Something is bothering me. I don't know why, but I don't want to go there. That is your intuition speaking. That's your supercomputer, which has already calculated everything, but cannot explain to you how it did it, because it has no words for it, only a feeling. But there's another explanation, an older one, more mystical. The theory of the ether. In ancient times and even in 19th century science, there was a concept of ether, a subtle substance filling all space. Not a vacuum, not emptiness, but something that transmits light, heat, gravity, and perhaps thoughts as well. What if intuition is not just data processing inside your brain? What if it's a connection to a unified information field, to what Carl Jung called the collective unconscious, to what Hindus call Akasha, the record of all existence, to what modern physicists call the quantum field or zero-point field? Imagine an ocean. It's everywhere. It permeates everything. You are a wave on the surface of that ocean. But the wave is not separate from the ocean. It's part of it. And through the ocean, it's connected to all the other waves. Our consciousness might be the same. Maybe it's not a product of our brain. Maybe our brain is a receiver, an antenna, and consciousness itself is a field that exists outside of us. And in moments of intuitive insight, we simply tune in to the right frequency. This would explain strange coincidences. You think of someone and they call. You sense danger and avoid it. You know something you could not have known. This is not magic. This is access to a shared field, to the ether. The theory of the ether was rejected by science in the early 20th century. The Michelson-Morley experiments seemed to show that the luminiferous ether does not exist. But science evolves. Today, we have concepts like quantum entanglement, the zero-point field, dark matter. Maybe we were simply looking in the wrong way. Maybe the ether is not a physical substance, but an informational one. Many mystics and spiritual teachers spoke of this thousands of years ago. Intuition is the voice of the universe. It is the way the world speaks to us, not with words, not with letters, but with pure knowing. If this is true, then intuition becomes not just a psychological phenomenon. It becomes proof that we are not alone, that we are connected, that we are part of something greater. Why don't we trust our intuition? Because we are used to trusting logic. But intuition is not logical. It does not provide evidence. It does not construct if-then chains. It just knows. And that's frightening. In the modern world, we are taught to ignore intuition from childhood. You're imagining things. It just seemed that way. Be logical. Prove it. We unlearn how to hear our inner voice. It becomes quieter. It becomes fainter. And then we wonder why we make wrong decisions. Yet there are people who have preserved this connection. They are called intuitives. They often cannot explain why they do something, but they are almost always right. Can intuition be developed? Yes, and it's easier than it seems.
The first step is to stop ignoring it. When you feel something you cannot explain, do not dismiss it immediately. Stop. Ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Do not analyze, do not search for reasons, just feel. The second step is to keep a journal of premonitions. Write down what you sense and then check whether it came true. Over time, you will see patterns. You will understand which feelings you can trust and which you cannot. The third step is silence. Intuition does not speak in noise. It whispers. And to hear a whisper, you need to turn off your internal dialogue. Meditation, solitary walks, time without your phone, all of this helps. The fourth step is trust, the hardest part. You must believe that your brain is smarter than your conscious mind, that it has already calculated everything, that its conclusions deserve trust, even if they seem strange. But how do you distinguish intuition from fear or from desire? That is the key question. Fear is sharp. It tightens your chest. It screams. Intuition is calm. It does not scream. It just knows. Fear says, run, it is dangerous. Intuition says, wait, not now. Fear paralyzes. Intuition guides. How do you distinguish intuition from desire? Desire is sweet. It paints rosy pictures. It says you deserve this. Intuition is neutral. It does not promise happiness. It does not promise ease. It simply points a direction. Here's a simple method. Sit in silence, close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, then ask yourself your question. And listen not with your head, but with your body. Where does the answer arise? In your chest? In your belly? In your head? Fear usually is in the chest. Desire is lower in the belly. Intuition is in the solar plexus or in the back. But this is different for everyone. You need to learn to hear yourself. There are countless stories of intuition saving lives. People who did not board a plane because something felt off. People who left a building minutes before it collapsed. People who found the right path in an unfamiliar city simply by feeling it. These stories cannot be mere coincidences. There are too many of them. They are too precise. I think intuition is not magic, it's biology, it's evolution, it's access to the ether. Our ancestors survived because of it. Those who sensed a predator before seeing it lived longer. Those who understood another person's intentions without words had more allies. Those who chose the right direction without a map found water and food. Intuition is our superpower. We have simply forgotten how to use it. I have noticed that when I trust my intuition, my life becomes easier. I stop torturing myself with choices. I simply do what I feel, and it works. Not always, but more often than when I calculate every action. There's another side. Intuition is not only about what to do, it's also about whom to listen to, where to go, when to stay silent, when to speak. It's a compass, but a compass does not show the entire route. It only shows the direction. You still have to walk the path yourself. Many people wait for intuition to give them a ready-made solution. Tell me what to do, but it doesn't work that way. It gives a hint, a feeling, a nudge. The rest is up to you. I see people tormenting themselves over choices, writing lists of pros and cons, consulting everyone who is willing to listen, afraid of making a mistake, and then choosing the wrong option because they listen to everyone except themselves. Intuition cannot be explained logically, but that does not mean it's unreliable. Its reliability is simply of a different kind. It's the reliability not of a fact, but of meaning. I suggest an experiment. Over the next week, try making at least one decision based solely on intuition. Something small. Which coffee to order, which way to walk, whom to text. See what happens. You will be surprised. Intuition is a conversation with yourself, with the part of you that knows more than you do, that sees farther, that remembers what you have forgotten, and that is connected to the infinite field of information, to the ether. All we have to do is learn to listen and to trust. And that's all for today. This was Dreamweaver Mystics. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and write in the comments, has intuition ever saved you or guided you to the right decision? I read everything. And remember, your inner voice is always with you. The only question is whether you are listening to it. Until next time.